All right, all right. Welcome to the Educated Affiliate. My name is Damo. Time for Cliqly figures and other stuff. If you saw the thumbnail, you know I'm going to talk about the difference between the Cliqly Facebook and the Tanqly Facebook. Tanqly, of course, is demonized as the complainers and whiners and all this kind of stuff. Which ironically, when I first joined a couple years back or whenever that was, I kind of agreed with, but we'll get into that. Anyway, so let's get into the numbers real quick because they are horrible. Okay, $384 this week. Wow, really? Okay. These are my numbers here. I think from the 23rd, yeah. Didn't even reach $60 in one day. Amidst all the new and trial accounts reaching $19 and $20 with, a few 100,000 subscribers, that's pretty scary. So I keep 3 million subscribers that I send to. My numbers, my ratio of clicks to opens, opens to clicks, which I sort of use as my benchmark if things are going well, is down under 4%. It's the lowest. First time it's ever gone under 4. It's just a disaster. And this is in the midst of getting text after text about the new IPs being implemented. Evidently, they are not affecting me. So I want to show you something in contrast to this, and this is my spreadsheet in 2022. In November of 2022, you can see here 350,000 emails I was sending each day, and I was making 400, 600, 600. I mean, I was doing tremendous. Now, I think some of this is, no, it isn't affiliate. Yeah, it might be some affiliate, but it's mainly 10% clicks. I wasn't breaking it down back then as much. As you can see, as I was projecting 1 million, what it would be like in my net return, I was getting pretty excited. And I thought, okay, my goal is 3 million. I always overshoot the goal. And, you've heard me say this time and time again. By the time I got to 3 million, I thought I'd be on easy street sitting pretty well. But as you can see, I'm not. So we're going to talk about a couple of things. And the most frustrating part, of course, for everybody has been the lack of transparency. Absolutely, virtually, just selective support being handled. And, like I said, I'm not here to bash the company. I'm here to be honest about my perspective so that people that only get one perspective because they're not aware of any other perspective might see a different side of things. So look, business being bad, that's fine. Things happen, business goes bad, but to be able to sit there and put a smile on and say, hey, everything's great. Don't worry about business being bad. Just pay us more money, buy double ups, buy masterminds, spend thousands of more dollars and your business will be good. That's troublesome to me. So, there was, back in the day, and you can look back at my videos. You can look back at my videos, my posts in the Facebook group. I was a huge proponent of Bob Jones. I was a huge proponent of Cliqly. I sung their praises all the way through, and rightly so. The business was going great, and every little challenge we had, Bobby fixed. There's no doubt about it. It was amazing. Every little thing that came up great, typical growing pains, Bobby fixed. That one big crash last summer, not this last summer, but in 2023, lasted about 3 or 4 days, was an unbelievable crash, and he fixed it in like 4 days. That was pretty impressive. And, the money they lost as opposed to the money we lost was probably exponential. So, kudos to him for doing that kind of thing. But when the influx of the affiliate program came along and the influx of the fraud that came along with it, because I think the way the affiliate program was designed caused a lot of problems. And at that point, before, when I was first posting in the Facebook group, the Cliqly Facebook group, I was able to post anything I wanted. I was able to post my returns, my revenues. Then they started slowly but slowly censoring that stuff. So Tanqly was started. And Abby is, she's become a good friend of mine over the years. We're both OG members. And so I'm not a basher. I'm really not. Even though I've been criticizing Cliqly a lot in these videos, it's because I think that it's important that a perspective gets out there that isn't out there. But I wasn't. But I joined Tanqly just to see their perspective. And, when I first got in there, I saw nothing but, a lot of bashing, a lot of complaining. And although I was frustrated of the censorship that was going on in the Cliqly Facebook group, I was just as frustrated with the bashing that was going on in the other group. And so I left. I didn't pay attention to it. Now I know Abby, all she wanted to do was to pose a different side, pose different numbers, be a place to be able to post, things that were, she wasn't able to post, and that eventually I wasn't able to post in the Facebook group either. And but it became kind of a place where people were, became unhinged on Cliqly and Bobby. And at first I thought it was unfair, and I've said that, I've stated that, I've posted videos about that. But now I think the tide has turned, and I think there's certain things that are going on that, thank God, there is Tanqly. Thank God there is another perspective that's out there. And I bet every single member in Tanqly, if the payment situation got handled, and it gets handled to an extent, but there's still a ton of people. I get emails every day of either bad revenue coming in or not being paid again. Every day I get emails about it. And now it's at the point where the perspective needs to be put out there. And the one red flag that always bothered me was when Bobby and Cliqly would say, this is the only place to get your real information. It's like the government saying, well, there's disinformation out there. No, there isn't. There's other perspectives. There's other information that is with real data. I have never posted an opinion in terms of not having the data to back it up. Sometimes my perspectives are a little frustrating, I'm sure, for Cliqly, but I've never posted anything I couldn't back up, and whether they were opinions or just real data, always had substance to them. And so that was a big red flag for me when that was being stated. You can only get information here. This is the only official Cliqly group, and everything else is disinformation. That's just not true. So that was the first red flag. And so, as time moves on, little problems became really big. So the affiliate program, it dealt him a lot of fraud. I feel bad about that for him, but I think he could have put more restrictive terms into the affiliate program, which is, since become null and void. Nobody even talks about it anymore. What happened to it? And so, now I see Tanqly as still, a lot of bitter complaints and whatnot. But the fact that the payment problem has not been fixed in over a year, I see those complaints much more valid than I did in the past, and especially ones that I get personally. But I want to go over one thing real quick that I saw, which really scared the heck out of me. And that was this post here. So this is coming from the Arizona Attorney General's office. These people were complaining to wherever they could because they owed them thousands of dollars. I'm not sure where the amounts are. They're in here somewhere. But you can go on the Tanqly group and see this if you want. But Bobby's response is the thing that's really disturbing. So my name is Bobby Jones. I am the president of DE Marketing Incorporated. Remember that, DE Marketing Incorporated, owner of Cliqly.com. The Hughes complaint is directed at the wrong company. We are an email marketing platform only and have nothing to do with paying commissions. Nothing to do with paying commissions, DE Marketing Incorporated. We've been in business for years. We do not pay commissions. He is looking for a company called Conversion House Media, which right there is disingenuous. He's not necessarily... Well, he is lying. You'll see he's lying to the Attorney General in Arizona, which is scary. Which is a company we do work with and recommend to. I don't know what the relationship is between CHM and Bobby. I know that I think it's more close than we just work with them, but I don't know. That's speculation. Our members, as an option, Conversion House Media is a completely separate company, independent affiliates who will pay various tasks, including generating online traffic for their offers. Now, see, this is totally disingenuous, not a flat-out lie. Our members, as an option, there's no option. You have to pay for CHM. You have to be a part of CHM, or you ain't getting paid. It's that simple. So there's no option there. And one thing I do want to post up here is this is my, I downloaded this from my bank on 9/20 when I got paid. It came from description, merchant name, DE Marketing, commission. So in that regard, I don't know where Bobby gets off saying that I belong to DE Marketing, and we have nothing to do with paying commissions. It's just not true. It's just not true at all. So that was very disturbing to me when I read that. And I don't know what's going on. My commissions are going to absolute zero. I don't even know if I'll make enough money to get paid next week. And that's ridiculous when I was making $400 or $500 with just 350,000 emails or more. That's one thing. But to be lying to the Arizona Attorney General, that's scary. And the more I see is, like I said, you can make more commissions with paying for more stuff, like the double up, the tier jumper, which is completely useless, and the mastermind, which to me, I still don't understand how, people figure they're looking. Well, maybe they're not watching my emails. Maybe they're not in Tanqly. I don't know. I hope they are, because they're seeing people are sending out millions and millions of emails, and they're barely making a few $100s. No, there's no double up in the world. There's no 20 cent a click that's going to compensate for that if you're at tier 1 through 10. I even get emails from people that are OGers like me, tier 15. Their money is worse than mine. I mean, their revenues are down in the $30 a day kind of thing. So absolute disaster. And folks are still not getting paid, although I think to some extent that's being handled. I don't know how that's being done. But what bothers me is I just don't understand. I'll go into the regular group and I'll see people praising and saying how great this program is. And it's either complete, they just are not aware of what the situation is, or they're not paying attention, or they don't want to be aware. I find that understandable, because you don't think when someone enters into a business partnership with you, which Bobby always says we are as partners, that they're just going to flat out, not tell you the truth. They're going to blame everything on stuff that is logically doesn't make sense. I still haven't answered the question. IPs are always the problem, right? The question has still not been answered. Why, when the opens remain the same, but the commissions go down, are the IPs still blamed? That email is open. That IP has done its job, landed its email in the open box, and has been opened, but it's not getting clicked. It's nothing to do with IPs. And so no one will ever answer. It's been 3 years now. No one has ever answered that question. So I don't know. I don't know if he's trying to whittle my revenues down, or he's going to outright ask me to quit. Whatever the case is, I need to get my perspective out there, because this is not good. And unassuming, unsuspecting people are being lied to. I mean, heck, the Attorney General in Arizona is being lied to. That's not cool, man. I always liked Bobby so much. I stuck up for him so much, but this is not cool, man. You got to explain why you're lying to the Attorney General. And so, anyways, that's where we're at today. I don't know how much longer this is going to go on in terms of me posting this, because it really is hard for me to do this. I get very frustrated and very, upset. I'm pretty much not getting into, I pretty much given up on affiliate marketing, except for the one program that I promote, the MAP program that all you are pretty familiar with from the Educated Affiliate, if you've been there. And, it's just tough. It's just really tough to see this go down, and not be held accountable. I'm going to do my best to hold people accountable, and I will hold myself accountable. If I'm saying something that's out of line or out of turn, put it in the comments. Email me at damo@theeducatedaffiliate.com. I will have a conversation with you, unlike anyone at Cliqly. That's not true. I have one person I worked with at Cliqly that I have absolute respect for, always answered my emails, always took care of business for me, and I'm going to leave that person out of it. But they know who they are. And I can't imagine what it's like to have to deal with what's going on over there. And then, of course, this Thursday there's going to be another big announcement. Who knows what that's going to be? It'll probably be another gimmick. And I hate to say that, but it's just been one gimmick after another. So anyways, that's where we're at. Hopefully this turns around, and we'll see you next time. See ya.